Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody here again. I have another 12 by 12 layout and I really like how this one turned out. Um, Usually I like how my layouts turn out. They don't always look the best to other people, but I mostly like most of them. This one though, I really wasn't sure because I had this big, and I kind of created it before I even put it on a 12 by 12 piece, but I had this big kind of certificate that Kaylin got, and I wanted to use it as the primary piece in my background. Well, obviously it's very busy and it's very bright and colorful, so I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do that. So I just started without the background paper, and I'm going to add the background paper in a minute. Now I am going through this Bella Boulevard boy collect ephemera pack, I guess, or die cut pack, and I pulled out a couple of things. I pulled out that little 3x4 card, or actually it may not be exactly 3x4, but it says Friends for Life. It's blue, and then it had a little heart that you punched out. I also pulled out, I set aside this Polaroid, and so I decided to cut my own Polaroid because I didn't like the colors of the other one, but I'm just making it gray here. And my picture was just slightly smaller, so I decided to cut inside where I had traced on the edges. The top and the bottom are still cut exactly the same, but the edges are just a little bit, like maybe an eighth of an inch in, since I cut it a little bit small. And it's perfect. I love it. I thought that was the cutest thing. And I just traced it on the back of the piece of paper so I could make sure that it looked right. Just trimming down the photo a little bit more. So this picture is of Kaylin and my nephew, and they live in Charlotte, about 3 hours from where we are in Raleigh, and it's not that far, but we don't see them all the time. And especially when the boys were little, every time they'd see each other, they'd have fun, but it's almost when they were really little, they had to kind of warm up to each other a little bit again, which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just nice when they spend a little bit more time together. And my brother-in-law was going out of town for a little bit, so my sister asked if she could come hang out at our house for like 4 days, and that was perfect. It was in the summer. It was right. I think it was the weekend after 4th of July this year. Actually, this was in 2014. So it was the weekend after 4th of July. We planned a whole bunch of activities, and one of them was going to the Disney store, and they had a planes fire and rescue like pilot training, and so they did it, and they had a lot of fun. And this is blah blah blah. Let me try that again. This is the certificate they got when they completed it. So this is where I'm trying out my backgrounds, just so you know what I'm doing. And so I just kind of wanted to document the weekend, and I'm going to add a journaling pocket in a moment, and I'll document the whole weekend. Um, but I just liked the plaque, and it was kind of cute, and I mean certificate, not the plaque, but it was kind of cute, and they just thought it was so much fun. And then after we went there, we did some shopping and all of that. But on the journaling card, I'm going to write what we kind of did for the whole weekend, since I don't have a ton of photos. I only have a few photos from that weekend, and this is one of them. And this is of them sitting in the Target like buggy. I think we went there the day after going to the Disney store. We did a lot of stuff that weekend. We went to a birthday party. Kalen was his last day of camp, so they had kind of a presentation for the parents, and I took my sister and my nephew with me. With Ernest and I, and we watched them. It was dinosaur week at camp, so they were dressed up as dinosaurs, and they sang and danced. And then we went to a birthday party, and then we ate out, and we went shopping, and we went to the Disney store, of course, and we just did a bunch of stuff. It was a lot of fun. I'm using this Recollections paper. It is a very thin piece of paper, but I really like the pattern. It's a bright yellow with a very small white polka dot on it, and I'm a sucker for yellow and gray of any kind. So I don't care if this is cheap quality paper. I like it. So I just backed it on a piece of like cream cardstock that I'm most likely not going to use, just to give it a little bit of stability. Kind of fiddling around here trying to figure out what I'm going to do. That little round thing that says Summer Play Days was the necklace that they got. It's like a keychain thing, but it was on a necklace, like on a lanyard. There we go. It was on a lanyard. And Kaylin's had ripped off, so I'm just including it here instead of throwing it away. Why not? And then I have this yellow badge at the top that says Enjoy Capture Life, and it was just yellow and teal, and it really matched with the background. I have a little box of sorry, you could see my glue gun. It was like all knotted up, and it was taking me a second to get it untangled. With the camera on fast forward, it looks crazy though. But that I have a little box of things that I throw in a it's just a little plastic box of pieces that I've gotten in kits or collections or that have been given to me that I really don't think I'll use, that just aren't my favorite. And this little badge was in there, and it honestly was perfect for this layout, but I've had it for over maybe about 2 years now. So I didn't think I was going to use it. Lo and behold, I did, but I really didn't think I was. And the only way I could get it to adhere, because I'd used one before, was hot glue. I tried glue dots on it and all of that, but it's kind of fuzzy on the back and it's fabric, so it just doesn't stick down. So hot glue it is, and it works out perfectly. So I made my little Friends die cut. It says Friends for Life, and I put a little paper clip on there, but I popped it up so there was a little bit dimension around the heart die cut part, and it just allows for the paper clip to lay flat. I'm going to use these Echo Park Perfect Summer stickers just to write out favorite and then things, because what they're doing in this picture, so they love planes, fire, and rescue. Like, they love planes. And what they're doing in this picture, though, you can't really see it at all, but what they're doing is they're sitting in the Target cart or the buggy, and they're just cheesing it up, having fun, but they've got dinosaurs in their hands. So we didn't buy them. I don't think we even bought them any toys when we were at, oh, I think we did. I can't remember if we bought them toys when we were at the Disney store or not, or if we just did the event. But we went to Target the following day, I believe, and in the dollar section at Target, they had all these little dinosaurs, and they're really into dinosaurs too. Dinosaurs, planes, and superheroes. I think that's kind of what they're into at the time. So we allowed them both to pick out 2 dinosaurs, and funny enough, my nephew picked out 2 different dinosaurs, and Kaylin was all about the T-Rexes. He picked out 2 exactly the same T-Rexes, which, if that's what he wants, that's what he wants, and I'm cool with that. Easy enough. But it was just kind of funny because my nephew was like, I like this one and this one. And Kaylin's like, T-Rex. Of course. Why not? Oops, I just dropped something. So I'm trying to figure out what my journaling is going to be, and I thought about putting it on top. But then I decided, okay, I don't really like that. It just covers up too much of the layout. So I'm going to create a pocket here, and I'm just using some scrap paper. And I'm trimming it around it. And what I'm going to do is create a pocket using washi tape. And I've already glued down this award or certificate, so I just have to keep that in mind. And I'm creating my pocket. I'm putting washi on it. And I'm just kind of covering up the top of, or the bottom of the pocket so my journaling card doesn't stick to it. And I was trying to figure out how am I going to do this? So I just have to pull it up a little bit. Trying to be very careful. It rips my background paper a little bit, but you don't see it because it's under the certificate, and really that shouldn't have been as hard as it was, but for whatever reason I was having a difficult time with it. Just adding a bit more adhesive to keep that down, and then you can barely see it sticking out the top. So then my little card is too small. So I'm going to kind of make a different card. And I'm going to make it double-sided, so I'm going to need to actually cover the back as well, because this has a gold striped paper on the back, and I don't really like that. So I have a little die cut here from Ellie's Studio, and it says Weekend Fun, and it's perfect for the story because it was all about the long weekend that we had. So I'm going to add it to the top, and that also kind of acts as a pull tab. And then I'm going to add my journaling. And what I do a bit of washi tape across the top just to add a little bit more decoration. And I'll read you the journaling. It says, we enjoyed this nice long weekend with Aunt Wanda and Walter visiting. After Kaylin's last day of camp, they had a class show for the parents where we got to see Kaylin sing and dance like a dinosaur. Then we enjoyed a weekend full of fun. A birthday party at a birthday party at a trampoline place, pilot training for planes, fire and rescue at the Disney store, shopping at Target, finding cool dinosaurs to buy, and just having fun playing together. So there's my journaling. It's done. And I'm going to stamp family time here using an Allie Edwards stamp. I think it's called Family Circle, I think. So I stamp family time, and then I'm going to add some heart punches that I have. And I'm just going to add them in teal, red, and gray. It just adds, it matches my color scheme of my layout. And it's a simple embellishment that's not too bulky. I was going to add this camera, but it's just not very, very bold. And so I take it off and I decided just to do the hearts. So I really like how that journaling card turned out, and it's near enough to the top of the layout that I don't have to, whoever reads it doesn't really have to pull the whole layout out. They can just reach in, grab the grab the journaling card and read it. And it also has the pockets pretty secure, so it's easy to slide that card in and out. Adding the finishing touches here, not much more to this layout. It's actually a pretty quick one. I think it took me about 44 minutes to complete. I already added some little, what do you call those things? Wood veneer. And then I was just trying to see if there's anything else I want to add, but that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, please. And subscribe so you can see what videos I have coming up. I post about 3 times a week, and I'm always using a stash kit, which I do a reveal and a kill a kit video for that kit. So anyways, thanks again, guys. Enjoy your day.